What some of you fear is just words. July 14, 2013. We have seen and noticed that many seem to put great focus on how words are being used in their human experience. It is strange that so many of you in fact have a fear of words, a fear that influences you each time, draws you down each time into a spiral of becoming unbalanced. Some are so worried about what others think and do, that it influences them within many moments. It brings them back to certain states of being that they try to avoid. Many try to blame this state on others, as the others are the ones that use those words. Or seek within for excuses to counter the words they consider to be wronging them, as they try so hard not to be wrong. Some of the excuses they find within is, as long as I forgive them, find a place to love the ones that wrong me, I will be alright. Until the next time you feel wronged, that is. I can love myself that way, once I have changed my way of thinking, and I have worked so hard on changing my thought, the way I express myself. How can they still be saying those mean words? I approach everyone with love and respect, but I don't get it back from some, even though I approach them with love and respect. You have to think for yourself, as to what you consider to be love and respect. Looking at some messages, we see many are promoting the love and respect for themselves and others in a way that is and has become a way of control in many ways. A way of control to curb the action and reaction of others that many of you consider to be not loving or respectful. Many seem to be stuck within the words and like to explain it to themselves in words, find solace in words that in fact have no more meaning than the words they consider to be mean, or wrong in some way. Many of you will have to look deeper within than just words. No matter if those words come from your own mind or some great being you consider to be more knowledgeable. The root of this problem is deeper than words. It is the root of feeling alone so many times, not knowing so many times, and relying upon beings other than yourself to fill these spaces of loneliness within. Sometimes you have to wonder, who are these beings, the ones that are so willing to support you in a way that feels to you they are supporting to you, but in other ways judging many others that do think different than you. Are you really being supported or just told what you want to hear? Are you really being shown the right way of moving beyond duality, beyond the feeling of loneliness, the feeling of oneness within, as each time something happens you need their support over and over again? Each time you are being told how well you are doing, and how others just don't seem to get it, others are not as advanced, or maybe they just don't understand yet, what you understand so well. Yet each time those others upset you and you need another supportive message to get into that feeling of doing well, doing the right thing. Sometimes those others might seem to come from a place that you do not consider love, yet the place they come from might in fact be more what would be considered love and compassion than what you think. What you might see as mean words, might be words that are meant to move you beyond your stasis of going up and down, and move beyond your need of being supported by others than just simply your own being. Any being that supports you, but in many ways by supporting you in your belief, is judging others, would be considered a being that is within a duality-based consciousness. There are so many ways you can see the truth, when you are told everything is within you. All the messages about your divine light, we see you shining brightly, the energy coming from you is emanating throughout and reaching those others. Find a place to forgive the ones that do not see it the way you do, find a place to love them. Who really thinks those others are sitting there waiting for you to love them? Who thinks they are asking for you to love them? Who thinks they actually want your love, your human or so-called divine love being sent to them? Who thinks they are asking for forgiveness for their words they wrote within their own truth? It might not be your truth, but they are just as much the truth as your truth. It might be more important to forgive yourself, even though we do not see a need for forgiveness in both sides. What many of you see as love and respect is just mere words presented to you, in ways that you believe love and respect should be expressed. Many can see the unbalanced being behind the words that are supposed to be love and respect. Many can see that the love and respect in words many times is just an excuse for the being speaking them, the being that feels unbalanced and feels the need to balance themselves by using others in some way. These unbalanced beings do this by using words that seem to express love and respect, but it is merely a front for controlling others, not to criticize them, as they cannot find a balance within themselves that allows for all to express freely. Some like to feel loved, idolized in some ways by others, as the feeling, the love they experience through this allows them to stay more balanced within. Using others to find that balance. Finding a balance within is one of the most difficult processes of learning in the human experience. But each human goes through this process and each human will have to find it within their own being. You can use outside sources to give you guidance at times, but when those outside sources support you and judge others, then the support is questionable. When you are stuck each time you feel wronged, you have to ask yourself, is the support I am getting really helping me? Do I really understand the support I am given, or is there something in me that is twisting in some way the words, the feelings and the experience of the support? This is the question for many of you as you rely upon outside sources, outside beings that you worship and idolize, sometimes in ways that is not unconditional love, but just you as a human wanting to be loved by beings that you think are more advanced, more perfected than you are. You worship and idolize the ones bringing the messages sometimes, as you consider them to be an extension of the being or beings they channel. Looking outside for what is already within. The biggest mistake of the human mind. From one source to another. The Sphinx speaks. Channeled by Petra Margolis. www.ascendedmasters.org